Well, good morning everyone. Emily here from Bliss Flowers. It's been a while, so the last video I did would have been a quick garden tour, which was just before I went away. I went away for a couple of weeks, and then we came back. We'd had like quite a bit of rain while we were away. We came back and came down sick a couple of days after we got back, and it's been like close to 5 weeks I think since we've been back, and I've been fairly sick for a good majority of that time, which hasn't been much fun. Of course, with all the rain while we were away, there was a lot of grass everywhere, a lot of weeds, and the plants had gone a bit crazy. So I had a lot of plants to trim, a lot of plants to pull out, a lot of mowing and whippersnipping to do. But yeah, that's what happens when you go away, and then you get sick and can't do anything for another few weeks. Anyway, last week I had a couple of people come out and help me get on top of some stuff, just pulling out old crops and doing a bit of weeding, so that helped a lot. But I've got a bit more stuff to pull out and more weeding to do, obviously, and I need to get in and do some planting as quickly as I can. It's almost getting too late here to really bother planting too much other than zinnias, because it's, we're that close to summer at the moment. Our temperatures are in the early to mid 30s at the moment, which isn't too bad, but I'm sure in a couple of weeks it'll be a whole lot hotter. So today I'm just going to go around and give you another quick garden tour sort of, and I've got a few. I didn't get a video, before we started doing the cleanup, but I did get a few pictures, so I might include those pictures here just so you can see how wild the garden got while we couldn't do anything with it, or while we were away and then couldn't do anything when we got back. So I might pop those pictures in here, and then you'll see sort of what's been done in the last. I did like little bits here and there, and then it's sort of the majority of it's got done in the last week or so, probably a bit under a week. And then also just after we got back, we had a really crazy storm with really strong wind, and it blew one shade house completely down, the other two it sort of blew half over. Did you? So two of those are still, or the one that blew completely over, it's still down. We've put the frame up again, we just haven't put the shade cloth on. And the other big one, we fixed it up and we put the shade cloth back on it yesterday. And then the little one, I've pulled it completely down and we're going to redo it because it needed fixing up anyway. So yeah, that's about the story. So yeah, I'll give you a quick look and just show you what I've got left to do. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Here are the gladdies. So a heap more gladdies have come up. There's a couple of bearish spots, but yeah, there's a heap more come up, and I'm getting like quite a few flowers. There's some old ones here that need trimming, but yeah, we're getting some nice ones coming through on them. I think this one nearly has to be my favourite. It's so pretty. Really pretty colour, that one. And then of course this pink one, but pink is my favourite colour, so that probably helps. Yes. That one is red, yeah.
I find
That's not yellow. It's pink.
I got one.
And here are the lavender snaps. So they have sent out some more stems, but because all the rain we had while we were away, and with it being so warm, there's just caterpillars. So I've got the red, cream, and the bronze. You have. So I'm going to just pull all these out. It's not a priority job at the moment because I don't even know what I'm going to put in this space yet, but once I get the other jobs that are more priority done, I'll get to this and pull all those out. Bubble in my neck. This is the lemon myrtles are just starting to flower. It's covered in buds. This one's always a little bit behind the other one, but it's got all its buds. And then the chamomile, I think I might either try the chamomile in a different spot or give up on it, because it just doesn't seem to matter what the weather's like, it's always got some excuse not to grow. Like when we had all the rain while we were away, I expected to come back and it be lush and covered in flowers. It did have a lot of flowers on it, but the stems were fairly short still, and but it's just like all dying back. So I know it's just the time of the year, but I think I might just give them another go next season. Like after summer, I'll put some more in and put them in out in the other soil. Not much seems to like this part of the bed. And then the snowflake. Yeah, you're watering. Snowflake gypsophilia. I've had a little bit off it. But you can see these ones here that I cut some off have like died back already. You know, they're probably not getting enough water because this drip here is a bit patchy. In here is where the hollyhocks were. So I've pulled all them out, and I've actually got some seedlings I got from Ball, and I got some Eryngium glitter white. I think I might put those in there, so I'll get a little bit of shade protection from this. So this is I've not quite finished this here. I've still got to fix that up yet. This is the one we put back up yesterday. Actually, we could probably pop in this end here. There's a gap.
Mommy.
Yes.
All the broilies.
This is one of the beds that I haven't weeded yet. I've got to get to weeding it. But what I've done in here is I've put chrysanthemums, and then in between chrysanthemums I've put lilies, because the lilies will have flowered and died back down by the time the chrysanthemums flower. So I thought I would give that a go and see how it goes. As you can see, they're all covered in buds already. Some are a bit short. This one here's ready to use. I don't know if we thought we'd put them all down that side too, but maybe we didn't. Must have ran out. Anyway, and then these ones here, I'm sure I didn't order these ones, but I need to go back and check my order. They're a nice pretty colour, but they're really hard to use because the flowers are facing down. You can see there's a couple of them, you know, before they open, because the buds are all face down. You can see one there, it's short, and then there's another one up there that's a bit longer. And then, of course, over here in this bed's the delphinium. I trimmed all the old ones off these yesterday and trimmed them all back. They've had drip on overnight. Hopefully that's given them a bit of moisture. This is the pile of rubbish that I'll get rid of yet. This is the older chrysanthemums from the ones I put in last year. Trimmed them back yesterday too because they were looking a bit scrappy. And the snaps in this bed were crazy because they were just in full production when I went away. So I have trimmed them back, and I might spray them a few times and see if I can actually get a few off them. But I have a feeling the caterpillars are just going to be too bad to be able to get anything. But I thought I'd give it a go because, like I said, I don't have any plans for some of these beds still yet. Out here we can see I got half of that bed trimmed yesterday, and then the other half I haven't got to yet. So that's what the snapdragons looked like when I got back. Just caterpillars destroyed them pretty much. Achillea or yarrow is all starting to send up plenty of flower stems here. The yellow one over this side here is all yellow, and it's only got 2 so far. I don't see any others coming up yet. And then here I just bought these plants from Diggers. That's like the moon, I think it's called moonshine. It's like a lighter yellow. And then I don't know if that one was another moonshine one. This is the white one that I pulled out. Of course, it's going to keep coming back because it's got runners everywhere. So it's like coming back through here everywhere. And then this is the terracotta one. There's 2 terracotta, I think, and then 2 moonshine maybe. And then over here is I planted the proper white ones, or the ones I like over those others. Planted these just before we went away. They were tiny little plants, barely big enough to plant out. And look at them. They're like big healthy plants covered in flowers. This is a couple of delphinium butterfly blue it's called. They're really pretty, but they haven't had very long stems. I don't know if that was just the time of the year. You can see where we had wind with the rain while we were away, and that wild storm we got. It's like, because these are all covered in flowers and heavy tops, even with the netting, it's like blew them all sideways, so all the plants are like laying sideways, which is a bit annoying. In this one here, this is the one that completely blew over. I've got to put the shade cloth back on. More of the chrysanthemums, so it's just the same as the bed that I showed you in there. Chrysanthemums and lilies. These are Asiatic. These are the Oriental lilies. The ones in the other bed are Asiatic lilies. But they all look to be doing pretty well. And then, of course, we got the status, which was just loaded in flowers when I got back. But because we'd had the rain, most of them were no good, so I had to go through and just cut a lot of it off. But it's all coming back nice again. These are ones that have just come up themselves. And then my sea holly here, it's got one that's sent up this nice stem, and none of the others are actually that I can see. Well, this one here might be starting to. Yeah, that one there is starting to send up one. But I hope they do soon. Mock oranges are all doing well. Here, I had to weed this. It was just so weedy. We've got a volunteer zinnia down there. It's actually really pretty. I'm going to show you. It's like so pretty. I didn't even have any here this colour, but it must have like crossed or something. Look at the colour of it. It's like, I don't even know what you'd call this colour. Like a dark apricot pink, and then it goes into like almost like a bright pink in the centre. So pretty. And so yeah, these 2 beds here, except up this end, this little bit up this end here, had the snapdragons you've seen in the last video. Otherwise, this full bed and 2/3 of this bed have got the ranunculus in them, so I've got to dig those up yet. And then in here, this is the couple of echinaceas that survived that I planted from seed. They have taken like months and months and months to even get to this size. You can see this one here is actually sending up a flower now. And then I planted these Direct sowed these Mrs. Burns lemon basil just before we went away. Yeah, what is it? And then those ones down the other end are ones we planted as seedlings before I went away. They're going well. And then over here is, you right? Scabiosa. Obviously I didn't net them and they've just, a lot of them are blown over, which is annoying.
I got mud on me.
Did you? I actually need to cut the old flowers off them and then they'll probably keep sending out fresh ones. I just haven't got there. I'm tossing up whether to bother or not because I think, I don't know, I haven't grown them before so I'm not sure how they handle the heat. But yeah, the rest of these beds are empty now. I pulled all the drumstick scabiosa out because they were all blown over. I was going to try and go through and cut these off and save them to be used dried, but I haven't got there yet. I'm not sure if they'll be, like this one here, it's like losing its things already. Oh really? Well, you went and got in there. This one here's actually got some nice ones on it. Alright, over here, the Campanula, Canterbury bells. I've picked a lot off them already. I also had to get rid of quite a few because the wind blew them over and the rain. But yeah, I've picked a fair few. There's only a handful left there. And this is the sunflower row that we couldn't really get. Didn't get many up because the mice were eating the seeds before they come up. This bed's empty. This is where the smaller shade house normally is. One that I said we've pulled down. We're going to completely redo it. The freesias are all dying back. Status down there. And then this bed's empty now. Yeah, I can see you. And there's just some volunteer cornflower we need to pull out. And then the feverfew, which is all flowering really nicely, nice long stems, but I think the rain probably damages them too. I do have some nice ones here at the moment. But yeah, these ones I need to all trim them back. That was back from when it rained. What are you doing there? So yeah, in here, which is normally the shade house, these are some Lysianthus that have come back. I just cut them off under the ground. I think you would have seen me in a video telling you that before. I cut them off under the ground and I just planted over them. I had stock in here through winter and they just come back when they're ready. So normally I don't get, I don't know why this is not focusing. I don't get nice buds like this because the thrips have gotten to them by now, by this stage, but I don't know whether because there's only a couple here, the thrips haven't found them yet, or the thrips haven't arrived yet, or what, but they are so pretty. Look at that. It's a nice bud. Yeah, don't play with them, Mummy needs them later in the week for an order. And then, so this is where I'm going to have the dahlias. You can see a few dahlias up over here. And I divided the rest of the dahlias yesterday. They should have all... Don't run in the gardens, please. There's plants in there. Look, there's little ones. Tiny little ones. And if you tread on them, they'll break off. So I do have Lysianthus up here as well, but... And then also some in this here. I don't remember exactly where they are, but if they're not up by now, I don't think they will be coming up. So I think I might just plant the dahlias there anyway. So yeah, these are ones I got in earlier, like a few months ago. And I need to get the rest in ASAP, hopefully today. So I can fill this area up and see how they go. Come on, we're going out here now. And then the only other thing that I don't have much coming on at the moment, that's like a fresh crop. I've got these Gomphrena that we planted out before I went away. So it's the majority of these are the bi-colour rose, I think they're called. Yeah, you're going to break them. And then a few of the purple one down this end. I actually thought there was more of the purple than that, but that's alright. And then a few Rebecca Indian Summer that I got, in the right spot here, yeah, there, that I got to come up. They're actually growing okay. And then I just sprinkled seed in a tray of a flamingo feather and parfait rubial seed that I saved from last year. And they weren't really doing anything, so I was like, we're going away, so I just tipped the tray out here in the hopes that some might come up, and this is what's come up. So I just tipped the tray out and like spread the dirt around, and this is what come up. So I probably should transplant some, spread them out, fill this rest of this row up, possibly. Oops, just bumped my speaker. Yeah, so I might get to that, get some of those little ones out of there and spread them down the row, pull those out because they're just cosmos that's coming up by itself. And then this row here is empty, got to pull these weeds out. Right up to here is weeds, and then we have zinnias that I direct sowed before. Well, these ones that off the side a little bit here come up by themselves. They came up from seed from last year by themselves, so there's like a little patch there from the Benares Giant, bright pink, whatever they are. And then these ones here are ones we direct sowed before I went away. So this is one of the, I think it's Queen Lime Red, possibly. They're getting buds, but they're not very big yet. We'll see how that goes. And then this one, which I don't actually remember, I didn't put tags on them. I don't actually remember what colour this one was. Looks like it's going to be pink though.
I put a tag there.
Oh, actually it might have been, I think it's the cactus mix actually. Look at that one, that's a big bud. So yeah, I should have some of those soon. But yeah, I need to get more zinnias in. I've got like heaps of zinnias that I really want to try this year. So a lot of these spare rows will probably be zinnias. Muddy. Sweet William was here, it's empty now. And then this is the single feverfew, which always looks really sick. I'm not sure what I'm meant to do with it. It's actually sending up some nice long stems this year at least. Not a huge lot, but there are a few. I definitely need to hit them with some fertiliser. There's a volunteer Gomphrena here. And the straw flower, which I've trimmed some of them back, but this section in the middle here needs trimming back. But man, they've pumped the flowers out. I've had so many flowers from these. Definitely be growing. Straw flower again because the florists love them. Everyone loves them. The only reason that there's all these spares here is because they was when we went away. But yeah, I think they'll be coming to an end now because it's getting warm. Yeah. Let me show this bug here. If anyone can tell me what that bug is and how I can kill it, would be good. They like chew on the stems, especially of these, the straw flowers, and I noticed they do it on the Achillea, and I also found one on the sea holly. They chew like on the flowers, but as well as on the stem, like you can see here on the stem there. And a lot of the time, like they chew right through until it like breaks off. It's really annoying. But yeah, these are sort of coming to an end, unfortunately. Over in the feverfew row there, I've got a bit of Nigella that needs pulling out. And this is where I just threw all that seed, extra seed I had. A few things come up. If sunflowers came up by themselves, probably from, look at the size of that. It's huge. Look at this sunflower, miss.
What?
Look. Big, isn't it?
Big. Look at this big too.
Yeah. Do you feel funny?
Yep. Look, this one big up the tail.
Yeah. Mummy will use that one today. It's a dark one. The baby's breath, I actually used some of this. I was surprised it did as well as it did in the warmer weather. Actually, there's a few stems there that are fresh that I can use. And then this patch here didn't do so great. One's on the other side of all. They're either old or I used most of them. And these ones are the double ones, the ones on this side here. Oh, that one's not a double. It's supposed to be. There we go. That's what they're meant to be like. That one there. Oh, I don't tell me something got into that one. Doesn't look real happy. I need to water them today because yeah, really these double ones are really like them. And that's the other thing I need to get planting is sunflowers, because with that row over there that failed because of the mice, and then I don't have any more planted after that. So I need to get in and plant some more ASAP. But yeah, there's like piles of stuff all out the fence there, over there in the corner, pile of stuff here, there, that's just all stuff that we pulled out, a wheelbarrow full of stuff there, that yeah, it's all got to be cleaned up. And yeah, just need to get into planting before it's too late. Either that or I just have to put it off, leave it, and then I could make big plans to have stuff planted for Mother's Day maybe. Look, I have a lily out. These are my old lilies I plan to put into pots. But, yeah, they've been a little bit neglected, so they look okay. It's a fairly small flower. And the veggie garden needs attention. Lots of attention. Lettuce gone to flower. These are the seedlings I got from Ball. So this is the Eryngium. Say it right. Glitter white. So that's what I said will go where the hollyhocks were. And then this is the Rebecca Echinacea purpurea. A whole tray of that, which will be interesting to see how that goes. And then I got these two, Celosia Solway White. When these arrived, they were all, these two trays of Celosia were like all tipped out everywhere. And then, I don't know, I think they're a little bit too small. I probably shouldn't have sent them out. But a lot of them died, as you can see. Especially in this tray. The white one's probably the worst. This one has done a bit better. But they've grown quite a bit since I've had them. I've had them for like a week. Yeah, just over a week I've had them. So I need to get these planted out ASAP. I'm just waiting for a nice cool afternoon to do it. Which probably won't happen from now on, but yeah, I just need to prep the gardens, get them planted out now that I'm feeling better. So yeah. Anyway, so that is about it. Hopefully that catches you up. If there's anything that you would like us to show, anything in particular you would like to know, or if you just want us to take you along while we do things more often, just so you can keep up with what we're doing and when we're doing it, let us know. Yeah, sometimes it's just, I just go out and do stuff and I don't even think to take the camera with me and record it. I just remembered I've got, there's old plants in here, need pulling out veggies. This is the Tartarian asters, I think they're called. I thought they died, but they're all coming back again. which would be good if they come back. So yeah, that's about it. Weeds? They're mushroom things. Don't touch them, they're yucky. Yeah, so we'll try to take you along. So yeah, I'll try to take you along more often. I just have to remember to take my camera out with me and record stuff. I've got, like I said, I was dividing dahlias yesterday, so I need to get them planted out because a lot of them have got shoots, and I also see them down there. I also have to send some to my sister because she gave me some in the first place. So she's lost a row of her dahlias with all the rain, so I have to send some to her. And also we told a lady that lost some, when was that, last year or earlier this year in the floods they had. She lost, I think, a lot of her dahlias, so I'm going to send her some tubers as a little gift. So I need to, I think, get those packed up. Careful, don't tread on them. Get these packed up and get them in the mail, because the mail lady comes out today. So I think I should go get that done, and I need to cut a few flowers to do a couple of bunches to take into the shop. It's Monday today, Monday the 14th. I'm normally getting ready or going into town today, doing florist deliveries and other deliveries, but I've got an appointment tomorrow, so I put it off until tomorrow. So yeah, I've got to cut a few flowers, do a couple of bunches to go into the cafe, and of course all those other jobs. Planting dahlias, I need to get these dahlias in, so that might be a priority today.
And then let's
yeah, and then have to get my husband to help me put that shade house back up.
This is my husband. This is
Careful,
my husband.
don't get on Mummy's speaker. See the speaker here? You get on it, it'll make it make funny noises. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
Say thank you for watching.
Bye.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. And hey, and yeah, hopefully we can do another one soon. Thank you.